This episode of the Demonic Compendium contains spoilers for the following games. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome to a matronly new episode of the Demonic Compendium, the show where I discuss the mythology, design, and game history of your favorite Megami Tensei demons. Summer is here, and that means it's the best time of year to grow some pomegranates. So pluck the juiciest ones you can find and gather around for story time, because today we're talking about Hariti. Hariti is primarily known as a Buddhist figure, but her origins actually go as far back as ancient Iran, and it's believed she originated in Gandhara, a region that now makes up Pakistan and Afghanistan. Hariti was originally portrayed as a fierce and vile ogress that would steal and eat children for sustenance. However, as Buddhism was introduced into the region, the story of Hariti got a bit more fleshed out. The story now claimed that she was a Yakshini and had 500 children of her own. She still kidnapped and ate other people's kids, of course, but one day that all changed. Once again, we explore the exploits of Siddhartha Gautama, which I'm sorry if I still can't say correctly, as he vowed to put a stop to Hariti's rampage. See, Gautama took Hariti's favorite child, Priyankara, and hid him safely underneath a bowl. As Hariti wept and failed to find any comfort in her other 499 kids, Buddha basically gave her a stern, "Yeah, that pain sucks, huh? Now think about how all the moms of the kids you ate feel." Hariti acknowledges that this does indeed suck, and no longer wishes to cause anyone the pain she feels right now. Gautama reunites Priyankara with Hariti, and she converts from a terrible ogress to a deity of motherhood and a protector of children. To satisfy her lust from hunger, she opts to eat pomegranates instead of children, which was probably a good call. Way fewer bones in pomegranates. But I don't know, those seeds are a pain in the ass. Hariti's Compendium entry from Shin Megami Tensei 5 refers to her as a Buddhist goddess also known as Kishimojin. She was originally an evil devil who ate children, but when Buddha hid the most beloved of her 500 children, she was stricken with sorrow. Having been taught the pain of losing a child, she then became a good god and started eating pomegranates instead of children. Design-wise, Hariti has had two major depictions throughout the franchise, and what I find interesting is how they sort of play off of one another. Her original design seems much closer to this concept of her as a fierce child-gobbling ogress, while her newer design is obviously the same figure, but works to highlight the development and portrays her more as the caring, loving mother. One touch I personally like from both designs is the shape of her horn shining through, even though the cloak conceals them. In the original Devil Summoner, Hariti had purple skin, possibly in reference to her being a Yakshini, and a white cloak, which matched the old SMT artwork. But from Soul Hackers onward, those two colors were swapped, giving her paler white skin and a purple-ish cloak. As far as game history goes, Hariti has had quite a few unique quests in the Shin Megami Tensei series. In Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey, Hariti is a central figure in the EX mission, The Unforgettable Taste. If players speak to Hariti during the full moon, she expresses suffering from withdrawal of eating human flesh, and requests the player find her friend Persephone, who has a human-flavored pomegranate for her. By the way, side quests like this are always some of my favorites in Megaten, because I love seeing two figures from separate mythologies interact over a shared detail, such as pomegranates in this case. In Shin Megami Tensei 4, Hariti and Priyankara star in the challenge quest Sunset for a Demon Napper. Flynn helps the mother and son reunite thanks to Hariti spritzing our hero with her signature perfume. Hariti has also had a few small roles in the Persona series, most notably Persona 1. Though in Revelations Persona, she was known as Norn, who is a completely different demon. In this game, Hariti appears at the end of the Haunted Mansion, and is depicted more as a warrior ogress with a giant sword and one large horn. Hariti claims that she is Maki's mother, and the player has the choice whether or not to attack her. Naturally, you don't want to attack her, because yes, this actually is Maki's mom, and so Hariti was a good demonic choice for this type of encounter. Much better than Norn. In Persona 5 Royal, sending Hariti to the electric chair during an alarm itemizes her into the Rejuvenate charm, which grants its wielder the Samarikarm skill. Doing so outside an alarm creates the Revival charm, which only grants regular Recarm. While not actually appearing as a demon or persona in the game itself, Hariti does have a small cameo in the opening cinematic of Persona 2 Innocent Sin on the PSP, where she's seen in a book holding the baby Narcissus in her arms. Hariti also has a minor role in Devil Survivor 2, where players will unlock her for fusion by reaching Fate Rank 3 with Otome Yanagiya, who also has a strong desire to take care of children and protect her adopted daughter, Koharu. And yes, as of the time of making this video, Hariti is already confirmed for Soul Hackers 2, so I'm bracing myself for her to have some big fun role in that game, which will immediately date this episode when the game comes out next month. And so there you have it, Hariti, the purified, protective parent of Priyankara and passionate partaker of pomegranates. Did I leave out something you thought was important? Was I just plain wrong about something? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to let me know who you'd like to see me talk about in future episodes. That's going to do it for this episode of the Demonic Compendium, and I'll see you next time. But be careful while you rest that a demon doesn't take over your body.